no matter what station, if it's TV or media outlet, just in general, they all seem to be in agreement on 99% of things. And I don't want anyone saying, oh, but no, Fox isn't like that. Yes,
Yes,
they are.
Fox is.
Yes,
Fox
yes,
is
they
a
are.
left-wing
Yes,
media outlet. At this point, there is
yes,
not 10 cents worth of difference between a Fox News broadcast, between the news on Fox News and the news on NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN. There's no difference. They're in lockstep. They use half of the time they use the same language.
exactly.
It's like it's
exactly.
all agreed upon that morning, and
Right.
it's you're not getting if Trevor. There are people that leave NBC on all day. They just leave it on. It's in the background all day. It's the audio is in the background all day.
You know what it's just like? It's exactly like, have you ever seen any documentaries on North Korea, like in Pyongyang, and seen the apartments that people live in? And again, Pyongyang, you have to be somebody to live in Pyongyang, right? That is not where
Right.
the peasants go. So
Right.
that all of those people, as poor as we may call them by our standards, they are still the elite. By law, last I checked, and there are many examples of documentaries that demonstrate this, is they have a radio that is mounted to the wall with hardwired electricity, so the electrical
So
system
you
all
can't turn
hardwired.
it off.
Well, so you can't turn it off, right? And there is no off button. No off button at all. You can turn it down, but you can't turn it off. And that obviously is for the propaganda purposes, right?
Right.
Because your subconscious can recognize things that you don't recognize or accept consciously.
Right.
That erodes people over time.
Right.
We are seeing a lot of that today.
If you leave NBC on all day long, not only do you, at some level, you're absorbing all of their drivel programming, but you get into their newscast, and if I mean, what else are you going to believe? It's the only thing you've heard. It's
Exactly.
the only thing you've heard.
And most of the people that you probably associate with do similar things. A
Yeah.
big culprit of this were those not, especially like 1990s daytime talk shows. That like
Yeah.
the housewives would leave on all day and be watching.
Right.
And yeah, you go back and you look at some of those, tons of examples of this all the time, trying to skew the perception of the population. And they were very strategic with the people that they would bring on. They were very strategic with the faces in the crowd that they would show reacting to certain things. That was all meant to push their own narrative.
Oh yeah.
Over time. And of course, now we
did
don't
an
have
excellent
to.
job with it.
They did a damn good job of it, unfortunately for us. But you don't see a lot of that anymore because, well, the economy is so terrible. It's very rare to have a single income household anymore. Right. So
Right.
here's someone to lay around like that. So now the propaganda is at work. Now the propaganda is on your phone. You can't escape it.
Right.
Or it's the first thing you see in the morning when you wake up and grab your phone, and it's the last thing you see at night when you stare at that screen for a while, then come to me complaining about not being able to sleep.
Join us again this week on Starting Strength Radio. Our guest will be Trevor Rachko, a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And Trevor and I are going to discuss some very important things about how you guys are being programmed through the changes in the English language. It's a very interesting topic, and we'll see you this coming Friday on Starting Strength Radio.